Hi, welcome back. This is the second part of this timecode stuff. This is the hard stuff, where we talk about drop frame timecode. Remember timecode, a system of labeling frames, where we have an hour designation here, hour 00, minute, let's say 12 minutes in, let's say at 13 seconds, and let's say at 27 frames. So that's a specific frame, a specific place in your timeline. And that's all fine if you're shooting 30 frames per second, transmitting 30 frames per second, everything's 30 frames per second. The clock works really well, or this labeling system, which looks like a clock, works really well. And that's for the black and white TV system, which can be broadcast at 30 frames per second. Unfortunately, we have color, and color, for reasons of physics, must be transmitted at 29.97 frames per second, which is not equal to 30 frames per second, and that's problematic. Let's change our slide here. So in the color TV world, we have 29.97 frames for every second. So let me just map this out for 1 second, and let's say this. If we have a show, and we're using this labeling system, and the show starts at hour 0000, whoa, 00, and this show goes all along the timeline, and it ends when this little label turns over to hour 1, 000000. With this timecode labeling system, it sure would be nice if we said to whoever in the audience that the show is exactly 1 hour long, because we have this labeling system which labels every frame. It looks kind of like a clock, and we just turned over to the 1 hour designated position. Unfortunately, because we're at 29.97 frames per second and not 30, 1 hour does not equal 1 hour. So timecode time is not equal to real time. Let me write that down. Timecode time does not equal real time when we're at 29.97 frames per second. So who cares? Well, the broadcasters care, because what they want is they want, very simply, real time to equal timecode time. So they want 1 hour on the timeline of labels to equal 1 hour in real time, so that the clock matches up with the labeling system. So how do we do that? Well, this is where it might become confusing, but really it's quite simple. The answer is to drop frames. So what we're going to actually do is we're going to physically remove some of the numbers or the labels. So let's not think of dropping frames, but dropping labels. It's called dropping labels timecode, labels. In fact, we're going to remove 108 labels from over an hour's period of time. Okay, so the rule of drop frame timecode is 2 timecode labels are dropped every minute except on the 10th minute when nothing is dropped. So the numbering goes this way. We're at, towards the end of the show, we're at 00, 59, 58, 28, 00, 59, 58, 29, and then it should go 59, 59, 00, 59, 59, 01, but in fact we're going to actually physically remove these 2 labels. So if we remove these 2 labels, the clock turns over from this to this. Now it doesn't mean that our show is any shorter or longer. What it means is we get to these numbers quicker. So over an hour, we are going to be 108 or 3 seconds and 18 frames late in getting to our hour designation. So we are going to drop 108 frames over an hour. We're going to drop 108 frames over the hour, and I'm running out of time. So think about that. Timecode time, the labeling time, we want to equal real time. So in order to do that, we're going to drop some of the labels so that the clock moves forward a little bit faster, about 108 frames per hour faster. Look, there I am with glasses. Anyway, this is the end. Bye-bye. Good luck.